Al Pacino has had a legendary career, but it wasn't always smooth sailing. In fact, during the filming of one of his most iconic roles, Michael Corleone in The Godfather, he almost walked away from it all. Pacino recently opened up about the struggles he faced on set during an appearance on the Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend podcast, and what he revealed might surprise you. While many think of The Godfather as one of the greatest films ever made, the journey to bring it to life wasn't easy, especially for Pacino. He shared that, in the early days of filming, he felt immense pressure. This wasn't just any role, it was Michael Corleone, the complex and pivotal character at the heart of Francis Ford Coppola's vision. Expectations were sky high, and Pacino was feeling the weight. He admitted that, at the time, he felt like he wasn't living up to what the director and the production team wanted from him. The uncertainty and stress were getting to him. Then, one day on set, something happened that could have changed Hollywood history forever. During a critical scene, Pacino injured himself. It was a moment of unexpected relief for him, something that most people wouldn't have anticipated. He explained that he was shooting a scene where his character had just killed 2 people in a restaurant, a pivotal moment in the story. After pulling the trigger, Michael Corleone is supposed to quickly drop the gun, run out of the restaurant, and leap into a moving car to escape. But here's where things went wrong. The production didn't have a stuntman for that scene, so Pacino had to do it all himself. Imagine, you're in the middle of filming one of the most intense moments in your career, and now you're also being asked to perform your own stunts. Pacino, of course, agreed, but when it came time to jump into the moving car, he missed. He fell hard to the ground, injuring his ankle. Now, most actors might feel a wave of frustration or panic in a situation like this, but not Pacino. His reaction was something entirely different. He recalled looking up at the sky and saying, "Thank you, God." Yes, he actually thanked the universe for the injury. At that moment, all he could think was, "This is it. This is my way out." He was so overwhelmed by the pressure and uncertainty of the role that he saw the injury as a sign that maybe he wasn't meant to continue in the movie. Pacino admitted he thought, "You're going to get me out of this film. This is from heaven." It sounds strange now, considering how iconic his performance would become, but at that point, Pacino was seriously thinking about leaving the project. It wasn't just about the physical toll. The mental and emotional strain was weighing him down. He felt like he wasn't meeting expectations, and that injury was the perfect excuse to walk away. But, as fate would have it, things didn't go as he thought. The injury, which Pacino had hoped would be his ticket off the film, ended up being less serious than he imagined. Despite the fall, his ankle recovered quickly. After just a bit of rest and some minimal treatment, he was back on set the next day, ready to continue shooting. There would be no grand exit for Pacino. Instead, he had to push through the discomfort and continue with the role. And thank goodness he did. Despite the early struggles, The Godfather went on to become a cinematic masterpiece, and Al Pacino's portrayal of Michael Corleone is now seen as one of the greatest performances in film history. The movie itself, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, is celebrated as one of the most influential films ever made, earning 10 Academy Award nominations and winning 3, including Best Picture. Pacino, of course, received a nomination for Best Supporting Actor, even though many feel he should have been up for Best Actor. Pacino's journey on the set of The Godfather is a testament to the challenges that actors often face behind the scenes, challenges we, as an audience, rarely get to see. The pressure, the physical toll, and the self-doubt can be overwhelming, even for someone as talented as Pacino. And it's a reminder that even in the moments when things seem the hardest, pushing through can sometimes lead to something truly remarkable. Looking back, it's hard to believe that Pacino once wanted out of a movie that would go on to define his career. In fact, The Godfather isn't just a great film, it's a cultural phenomenon. It's influenced generations of filmmakers and actors, and it's still considered one of the greatest achievements in cinema. Pacino's portrayal of Michael Corleone remains a gold standard for acting, with every nuance of his performance being studied and admired to this day. It's incredible to think that a simple fall, a missed jump, could have changed everything. What if Pacino had left? What if someone else had stepped into the role of Michael Corleone? Would the movie have had the same impact? It's impossible to say, but what we do know is that Pacino's decision to stay was a pivotal moment in his career and in Hollywood history. What's also fascinating is Pacino's ability to look back on that moment with humor. During the podcast, he joked about how maybe the production didn't hire a stuntman on purpose, hoping he'd get hurt and be forced out of the film. Of course, he was laughing as he said it, but there's no doubt that those early days were filled with anxiety and pressure. In the end, it's stories like this that remind us of the human side of filmmaking. We often see the final product on screen and don't think about the struggles, the hard work, and the personal battles the actors and crew go through to make it happen. For Pacino, The Godfather wasn't just a role. It was a test of his endurance, his resilience, and his belief in himself. And while it was a difficult journey, it's clear that the result was worth every moment of struggle. As Pacino himself said, sometimes the toughest challenges bring about the greatest rewards. And in the case of The Godfather, we're all lucky that he stuck with it. If you enjoyed hearing about this behind-the-scenes story, make sure to subscribe to Hollywood Movie News. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about Pacino's near exit from The Godfather? Could you imagine anyone else playing Michael Corleone? Let us know.